Hey y'all, it's Amanda with Tap Mom and the Bake Brigade. Hope everybody's having a good Friday. I'm doing pretty good. Just relaxing, basically just relaxing today. Johnny doesn't like to go to his thing on Friday because they go to the bowling alley and it's loud, and I've mentioned this before, so he didn't go today, and I just kind of took the day to be quiet. Listen to some music, watched a couple of I finished watching a show on Netflix, something about Missing You. It was a UK mystery type show. It was what they call a limited series, so it only had 5 episodes, but it was super good. I watch, y'all know this, I watch a lot of British type stuff, and so it was under the British crime dramas, and but it was really good. It was really compelling. I didn't know that they were actually going to get the bad guys at the end, but they did, and then there was a little romance thrown in there at the end, and then a shocking truth, and that was even more amazing. So I think it was called Missing You, and it was really good. It had a very strong African American female lead, and she was fantastic, absolutely fantastic. And I can't remember. I can't remember. I didn't look up to see what the actress's actual name is, but I know I want to say I've seen her in some other stuff, and she's really good. I did recognize some of the other actors. I recognized the villain in the top villain in there as being in some other stuff I've watched, and the top cop, the one that was her supervisor, I recognized him. So I'd seen him in some other stuff, but it was good. It was good. And then I watched another crime documentary about some sort of dude that was living in Florida, in Panama, Florida, that was hoax calling in the late 90s and early 2000s. He was prank calling various McDonald's, Taco Bell's, Wendy's, and getting managers to strip search employees. He was pretending to be a policeman, and somehow he managed to get and he did it in Kentucky too. It was Kentucky. It was all over the country, but he never did hoax calls in Florida. It were always out of his state, and he was using calling cards, and it was really weird how he was doing it. But he was a corrections officer, and even after they finally proved that it was him doing it, but apparently he had a really good lawyer, and he ended up getting away with it. But it was a whole thing. But it was interesting to watch. I don't remember hearing about this at the time that it happened. It must have not been really big news, but it should have been, because it was really bad what happened to those young girls and stuff about being strip searched by your manager over because someone on the phone told them to. I don't know how people fall for stuff like that, but they did, and it was rather terrible and sad. But I guess dude stopped it at some point, but he did get acquitted for it, and a couple of other of the managers people actually went to jail over their part, because they did what he told them to do, and ended up assaulting a couple of girls, and those people went to jail. So it just was an interesting documentary, to say the least. And so I've been watching a lot of that, and then of course I've been listening to blues music, Stevie Ray Vaughan, and a couple of other. There's a Boz Scaggs song on the TV at the moment. I have it paused, but I have made some progress on my top. I just started the front panel, but this is how the back panel turned out. And it doesn't make much sense to y'all now, but the back panel doesn't have the top part because they're basically identical, but the front panel has like, there'll be some decreases that brings it up and to the shoulders, and so I have to do 36. This is 36 rows, so I have to do 36 rows, and then there's a thing that she has you do where you do decreases until you get it up around your shoulders, and so that's the next. I have to do my next panel. I've got it started here. And now this dagums, this is what I had left out of the first skein of this hipster cotton, this Premier hipster cotton, in the colorway Cool Breeze is what this colorway is. And at first, when I was looking at how the colors were playing out, I really wasn't a huge fan. But then as the panel got done, I was like, you know what? I really like that pattern of the way the colors played out. That's really cool. It's very beachy, which is what I like. So it worked out just fine. I'm really pleased with it. I'm really pleased with how that's come out. Now, the second skein wanted to be a little difficult, so this is how we ended up doing the second skein. The yarn barf was half the skein, so I said, well, I'll just handball it and I'll put it in my Yarnet that I got for my birthday last year. And it's got this little rubber stand that it sits in, that you could put it on the floor, you could put it on the table, wherever it's comfortable for you, and just and it bounces around in there, and it's perfect. But yeah, I'm a few rows in, and I got 36 to go before I start doing the decrease situation. I got to go back to the video and get the exact pattern part. Now, I did save her pattern to my browser on my phone so that I can go refer to, because she's got different stitch counts and different stitch counts and row counts for each size, and I'm doing the extra large size because I can wear that now. So I'm kind of doing between the extra large and the 2X large stitch count, because there's only a few stitches in between, so I'm kind of going in between the 1X and the 2X stitch count, because that's where my size seems to be falling right now. So that's what I'm going with. But right now this is where the front panel is going. So yeah, but I seem to have my Crochet back, so there's that, and I'm tickled about that. Yeah, but I don't look like I've got any boo-boos in this one yet. But yeah, that's what I'm doing. I think I might, I don't know, once I make this one, I'll see what I want to do. If I want to make multiples of this top, I might make multiples. If I could successfully pull this off based on stitch count, I might be able to make it in other sizes, because her even though I'm not real keen on patterns, I can sort of, because I've watched her tutorial from beginning to end, I can go back and look at her pattern and look at the sizes and the stitch counts and the row counts, and that helps me, if I want to make it for someone else. So I think that'll be helpful as far as if I want to make one for someone else, or if someone wanted to commission me to make one for them, then I could do that, because I'm using the tutorial for how to do it, but as far as stitch counts and row counts, I can, to customize it for, someone besides myself, then I could refer to the pattern for that. I'm good enough with reading patterns to that degree, but as far as, going, like, because this is a very simple pattern, and so I'm good with simple stuff, but when it gets real complicated, like, counting, really super counting stitches and all them, crochet acrobats, no, I don't do that. Tap Mama does not do crochet acrobats. No. All that go down here and pull up a loop, go over here and pull up a loop. No, we're not doing that. No, we're not carrying yarn for mosaics. We're not doing, no. If it doesn't involve a slip stitch, a single crochet, a double crochet, a half double crochet, nope. Now I do the front post, back post. I can do that. You know, and I have done puff stitches, but all them spike stitches and them fancy schmancy things, that stresses me out. And I'm not going to let myself be stressed out during crochet, because crochet is my happy place. And complicated stuff, it hurts my head. So there you have it. But that's what we're working on today, is we're just relaxing. Last night, yesterday evening, me and Johnny, we went to Walmart. I had to get him a replacement charging cable for his phone. Sometimes they just go out, you know. That's how those things are. And so we went and did that, and then we went over to the grocery side, and we found some marked down steaks. Yeah, we eat a lot of chicken. We eat a lot of chicken. Because that's the meat that digests the best, easiest for me is chicken. But we found some marked down steaks, and so then we picked those up, and then we got some marinade and some shells and cheese to go with that. And so we had some little cheap steaks and some shells and cheese for supper last night, and them steaks was divine. Because I got some Lowry's chops and steak marinade. I put them in a Ziploc with that marinade for about 3 hours, and then I cooked them in the skillet with it. Yeah, it was fit to eat. It was good. And I was able to eat it. I haven't had a real good appetite lately. I have to near about force myself to eat lately. So I don't, and my stomach hasn't like been hurting. I just haven't had much of an appetite. So I'm not sure what's going on with that. But that's been lately. So I don't know. I'm holding steady at 230 on my weight. So you know, I'm happy with that part. I would like to shed that last 30 pounds, but I'm not gonna stress myself out about that. Just because I'd like, my original weight loss goal was 200 even. But I'm not upset about carrying that extra 30 pounds around. It doesn't stress me out. I'm not going to overanalyze that at all. I'm going to just be just fine with that. And I'm fine. I'm pretty comfortable in how I look and how I feel weight-wise. So I'm not going to push too hard to lose that last 30. If it happens, it happens. And that's how I'm going to roll with it. But yeah, I did manage to eat a little bit today. I think I ate 3 chiquitos. Yeah. 3. With some ranch. Some chicken and cheese chiquitos that I have in the freezer. Yeah. I bought me a big box from Sam's, and I just microwave them about 3 at a time. And I know that's not very many, but they're very filling. So I just eat about 3 at a time, and it shuts my hunger down. And because sometimes my stomach will feel hungry, but my brain says no, we don't want to eat. I don't know why that is. I don't know why, but I don't have a whole lot going on other than just working on this and listening to music and just relaxing. Me and my sister did talk about going out to karaoke tonight, but she's not feeling well, so I don't know if that's going to happen tonight. I'm still game if she is. I got them size 18 jeans over there, and I washed and dried my Bonamassa shirt, my red shirt, to go with that. And so it wouldn't be that big a deal to go jump in the shower and get ready if she wants to go. Yeah, I'm still game if she is. But Friday the 13th, I don't know. But Friday the 13th has always been lucky for me. So you never know. You never know what could happen while you're out there singing to an old Foreigner song. Because that's probably what we'd end up doing. Because we know all the Foreigner songs, you know. And that's typically pretty much, you can bet that the karaoke's got a Foreigner song, you know. And Foreigner, the band Foreigner. Anyway, you can bet they have a Foreigner song or two on the list. So yeah, that would be fun. It'd be fun. Um, just to get out and go do. I've never sang karaoke a day in my life. I can't carry a tune in a bucket, but it's been something I've wanted to do for quite some time, just for the sake of doing it, just for the sake of having fun doing it. And so yeah, I've wanted to do it for a while, and because I have zero cares about what other people think of me singing. It's just something to do for fun. I sing in my van all the time, just with the music very loud so no one else can hear me. Especially if I'm playing Love Shack by the B-52s. That's my cheer up song. That's the one I play on repeat when I'm very, very sad. I will play Love Shack on repeat over and over until I feel better. So yeah, that's my cheer up song. And if you can consciously listen to Love Shack by the B-52s and not get cheered up by that song, then there might be a little something wrong with you. Just my opinion. It's a very cheerful song. It's about love. And it's goofy and it's silly, and if you'd ever seen the video, you would crack up. It's comical. It's comical. And of course, I did have to Google what in the middle of the song she goes, tin roof, rusted. And of course, I had to Google why she said that and what that meant. So now you have to go Google it, because I'm not going to tell you. Unless you already know. Now, if you're over in the UK, you already know what that means, because that's a UK term. So yeah, if you're over there, you already know what that means. But yeah, I had to Google that because it was driving me crazy. What does she mean by that? Inquiring minds want to know. But yeah, that's one of my songs. The kids know not to approach me if I'm listening to Metallica on full blast. That means I'm angry. Then the blues music means I'm chill and I'm happy. B-52's Love Shack means I'm trying to cheer myself up. And if you have a good joke, that would help. It's okay to approach. Metallica means stay out. Stay away until she switches the music, please. I'm definitely a mood person when it comes to music. I listen to what I'm in the mood for. And today is a blues day. That means I'm good. I'm good. I'm chill. I'm happy. And I'm back to crocheting and doing what I love. Of course, the weather is trying to creep up on me, and my right arm and shoulder are trying to kick up. But I'm going to ignore it. I'm going to take a Tylenol and keep going. We've had rain here the last several days, and it looks like it's trying to come back yet again. But I don't know if it's going to rain this evening. If it rains this evening, then there goes my night, because I'm probably won't want to get out in it. But I didn't think it was supposed to rain again. But I'm noticing partly cloudy and winds are kicking up out there. Time to go cover up my sunroof on the van again. I keep having to cover up the sunroof on the van, on my minivan, because it's leaking. Yeah, lots of things going on with my minivan, and I can't afford to take in and get fixed. The electrical is acting bipolar. Yeah, I need someone to look at it, but who has money like that? Not me. But it will be all right. It still runs it runs like a top. It needs an oil change. Yeah, but I checked the oil, and the oil looks fine. But it's past due. But I haven't bought any yarn either, so there you have it. So it's not like I'm spending, oil change money on yarn. I'm not. It will get an oil change eventually. I just don't go. I don't go. I don't drive it a whole lot, so I don't drive every day, or at least not as much as my dear sister. She probably needs an oil change more often than me. But I just want to come on and visit with y'all a minute and share with you the progress of this top. Hopefully I'll be further along next time. working on this front panel. This, I had to, I'm getting a little more speed up now that I've adjusted to the yarn thickness in the hook. Sometimes it just takes me a little while. When I'm working with the thinner stuff, it takes me a little while to kind of get a groove in when you're working with thinner yarn and you're used to working with 4 and 5 weight yarn or thicker, you know, because I just come off working with, you know, the blanket that I finished for Uncle John. I was using a 6.5 millimeter hook, and that's, you know, that's, and it's 4 weight. It was 4 weight yarn, but it was really thick 4 weight. So to go from that to this it's taken a bit of an adjustment for my hands and everything. So that's why this is taking me longer. Is my hands and everything are just taking longer to adjust to the difference in the hook and the difference in the yarn, and so it's a bit of an adjustment. But I want this top, so I'm gonna get it done. It's just taking me longer than usually it would, because it is a thinner yarn. It takes me a little longer, but I look forward to getting it done and being able to wear it. And then if I successfully pull this off and make it look like hers, or at least close to hers, then I can maybe make one for someone else. Yes, that would be nice, because I'd like some commission work. That would be great. I would love someone to commission me to make something. I could use the money. I really could. So anyhow, I hope y'all have a good evening. I'm going to put the music back on and get back to work. Maybe find me something to eat soon. I talked to Will, and he's going to stop by after he gets off work and visit with me. So he's probably getting off work about now. So I want to make sure I'm uploading this video before he comes home. So and stops by here and visits with me. He's been house sitting for some friends, and so he hasn't been here. But I miss him, and I want to visit with him. So he's, you know, supposed to stop by and visit with me. Anyhow, y'all have a wonderful evening. I don't know about tomorrow yet. I don't. I'm just going to take life day by day and video by video. I hope y'all have a wonderful weekend if I don't get back with y'all before Monday. And please know that I love you, and so does Jesus. And of course, adopt, don't shop. Your best friend could be waiting on you at the shelter or the rescue. And I will see y'all next time. Bye now.